What have we got for breakfast this morning? Rupert's got some Cheerios, some raisins and a banana. And we have got the same. We're actually going to do a bit of a fry up this morning. Just a small one, but it's currently about 6:45. So we're just tidying ourselves over until the time comes. Rupert slept through the night last night until about 6:30 this morning, and then I gave him a feed. He did go back to sleep for a very short while, but then Finley woke up, which woke him up again, to the downside of having two that wake each other up. Although here it's quite good because they're not directly next door to each other and they are at home, which makes everything a lot worse for that kind of thing. So it was a good night all in all, and he has been sleeping through the night every night since we've been here as well, which is amazing. He started doing that a few weeks ago. I have talked about it a little bit on my Instagram, and I actually made a video all about what kind of strategies we've been putting in place to help him sleep through the night. So I will put a link to that down below if you're interested in watching. Are you going to eat your cereal and raisins? Look, what's here?
This is mine a bit here.
Yeah, that's yours over there. Oh.
There's Mummy over there.
Are you doing a good job of eating yours?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is our lodge. I'll give you a proper tour a little bit later when it's light, but it's really nice. We've got a 3-bedroom new style woodland lodge, and 3 bedrooms is working really well for us. We actually got a great deal on it, so it was the same price as 2 bedrooms, but to be honest, I don't think we can go back now. I think we've been spoiled with the 3 bedrooms. We've got a really beautiful view sitting out behind us as we eat our breakfast. So we've got our own little private entrance to the lodge here. Just look at these trees. They go on for miles. We are on our way now to our first activity of the day. We are doing Off-Road Explorers, which is Finley's fantasy, basically. It's where you get in a little, I think it's like an electric Jeep. They drive about 2 miles an hour and they can drive them themselves. So we'll see how he goes, because he can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes with things like this and suddenly decides at the last minute that he doesn't like it, but we shall see. Anyway, this is the back entrance to our lodge here. So if you walk down this river, then you get to our back patio. I've got Rupert here with me in the carrier. Having a carrier is definitely a must if you come to Center Parcs with little ones, because there is quite a lot of walking along with a pushchair as well. But I am going to do a video all about my top tips for coming to Center Parcs with little ones, because there are definitely a few things that I have learned this time about the difference between coming with little ones and coming on your own as a couple, which is what we did last time, although I was pregnant with Finley at the time. Keep going, keep your foot down, push your foot down, there we go. Hey, someone's getting bored. He's doing a lot better. It's, I think it's a case of often with these things, isn't it? Like the more that they do it, the better they get. He can become quite nervous about new things, but he's doing really well. Are you getting a bit bored now? Yeah, we'll go for a little walk soon. Shall we go for a little walk and find a playground? No, poor you, there's nothing for babies to do, is there? Daddy's coming! Okay. Hello! Come on then! Hi! Boopy! Yeah, you're being a good boy. We're just having a little break, Rupert and I. He's had enough, haven't you? Hey, you're just watching the tennis. You're watching the tennis. He's got a good vantage point here. Finley's just having a little play on the playground. We've just been for a walk around the lake and had a drink, and now we're just waiting for our lunch reservation at Cafe Rouge. It's a bit of a funny time because it's 12 o'clock. Rupert technically needs to go down for a nap soon, but also needs lunch, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out, but we shall see. Anyway, I've brought lots of food and toys and distractions. This is one of the playgrounds here. It's the one that's outside the sports cafe, and then it's got the tennis courts and things next to it here. It's Finley's favourite of the, I think there's 4 playgrounds. There's one that we haven't been to with him yet, but it's really brilliant, and he's really found his feet with going down the slides and things, which is fantastic. I think he's over there somewhere. You can just see, you can just about see Lawrence's bald head. This is why bringing pouches is a good idea. Just easier, especially when someone's desperate for food.
Yeah.
And we're employing the virtual babysitter over there. That's the first time we've done this all holiday though, isn't it?
It is.
I have brought actually as well in the bag these watercolouring books. Are brilliant for distraction because all you need is some water, and I've got a paintbrush, little paintbrush in here somewhere, and then I've also just picked up before we came one of these magazines. It's all been ripped apart now, but basically it's got stickers in, and that kept him really well occupied at our meal last night. We've also got some little blueberries on the go, haven't we? What are they like? Oh, disregarded. He does this at the moment. He's so picky. We are in Cafe Rouge for lunch, which is nice.
Thank you.
Just having a light lunch after our quite big breakfast. Then I think we'll go back to our lodge for a little rest. We've been doing it every day, and it's been really nice actually because Lawrence and I have been napping. It's been needed as well during the day, and then we've got swimming booked for this afternoon, which unfortunately I can't show you because I don't have a GoPro, and at the moment you're not allowed to take your camera into the swimming pool, but I will talk to you a little bit about that later when we're out of the noisy restaurant, about some of the do's and don'ts at the moment with regards to social distancing and sanitising and everything and all the rules that they have. So here's the entrance, and we were number 367 in the Birch area. I'll just show you how the door works. So the doors all lock with these automatic locks, and you have a wristband that you just click onto the door and then it opens. And then when you walk in, this is the first of the bedrooms. It is a twin room, but as you can see we pushed the beds together just to make it a bit safer for Finley because he's never actually slept this high up off the ground before, but he was absolutely fine. The rooms all come with cupboards like this with hanging space, and then they've got a shelf above and a few shelves down below, and it's the same on that side. Bedside lights. And then this room has got the smallest of all the vanity units, so it's just got this little one here and the stool. No hairdryer in here, but there is one in the other rooms. And then Finley has a nice view out of his window. And then in this cupboard here, the boys are just a bit fractious. You've got, Finley just said everybody's sad. There's an ironing board and an iron, there's a safe, and there are cleaning things for you if you want to clean up yourself. Clothes dryer there for doing some washing. There isn't a washing machine, but you can hand wash things, which is what I've been doing. And then the cot and high chair are normally in here, but obviously we've been using those, so I'll show you them in a minute. And then this other room is the downstairs. It's all downstairs. Here's the first little toilet. We are in a 3-bedroom new woodland style lodge. Lots and lots of coat hooks here. And then this, hello darling, this is the main area. So I will give you a snuggie in 1 second. So this is the table with room for 6 because this is a 3-bed, so it sleeps 6, 2 beds in each room. And then over this side we have the seating area, so there's a really nice big sofa, it's super comfy. Coffee table, this is a great area for little ones to crawl around on, lots of space. A nice mural on the wall, and there's another chair here, and then this is our little patio area. I'll just take you out. So this is outside, super peaceful and really private. The next lodge is over here, so really private over here. And this is our barbecue area. It's not a proper barbecue, you have to bring your own disposable and put it on the top there. Hi darling, let's go back inside. Then on this side there is a fire. You can buy the burning logs for this fire. You can't bring your own fire lighting stuff from the supermarket, and you can also order them to be here on arrival, which is what we did. It's £10 or $9.99 for 3 logs. Well worth it in my opinion, because it just makes it feel so cozy in the evenings. There's a big television here. Because we're in the new style lodge, the television is bigger and you get extra like Bluetooth and things. And we just brought our PlayStation and plugged it into there where Finley's touching, so that we could watch Netflix and stuff. So that's worth bearing in mind if you want to be able to access that. There is a Blu-ray player there for DVDs and things. Then obviously the remote controls, they all come wrapped like this when you arrive, so you know that they're clean. We've been using this one. And then obviously here's the high chair. They're really nice high chairs and great for easy wiping. Then you get one of these really big blackboards on the wall, and we brought our own chalk because they don't supply it at the moment, so Finley could do some drawing. This bedroom here is the one that Rupert was using, and again we just push the beds together to make room for the cot. So this is the cot that they provide for them. It's quite a comfy cot mattress, nice and spongy, so you just need to remember to bring cot sheets for that. And then in this room you get a double wardrobe and some shelves, and then you get a little vanity area here, hello, and again a lovely woodland view. All the rooms obviously have nice views because we are in the middle of the woods. And then back out into the main area, this is the bathroom. We are not an executive lodge, so we don't have an ensuite. We just have this family bathroom and then the other one, but this is plenty big enough. So you've got big mirror here, toilet and sink obviously, comes with a step stool for little ones, and then nice big bath with just a shower over the bath, which is okay, it's not amazing but it's good enough, and a heated towel rail. And then I'll just briefly show you the kitchen. It's basically a full kitchen, so you don't need to worry about bringing any utensils, pots or pans or plates or anything. It all comes fully stocked with glasses, wine glasses, coffee mugs, toaster and kettle. And then down under here there are pans and plates. You've got a gas hob and a gas oven, which I have to say was a little bit temperamental, but it did the job okay. Fridge, and then this is the freezer, so it's just a really little freezer drawer in the top. Then you get a microwave, and then up here are just some more bowls and things. One of the things that I did find is that there's not a massive amount of room for your own food and things, but we just moved some stuff around and made do. Then cutlery in there. I brought cutlery for the boys just so that we had some baby cutlery, and then you get all your utensils, and then just some more barbecue bits and things under there. Under this cupboard you get a bin with a recycling. They're very big on recycling. All the rubbish gets taken out to bins that are just outside the lodge here, and there's bins outside basically every lodge, so it's easy to do. And then full-size dishwasher, coffee machine, and then this is the last bedroom. So this was our room, the master. It's pretty much the same size as the others, but it just has a double bed. So nice double bed. All of the bedrooms have these outlet plugs which have got USB ports in there, as well as like a normal plug, and little bedside tables. And then this is the same as in Rupert's room, shelves and a cupboard with hanging space, except we've got a little TV in here as well, which we didn't use. And then the same vanity area that was in the other one. And then we've got windows here, so that's our little living area here, and our patio. You can see out. And that's it. That is our lodge. It's the 3-bedroom new woodland style lodge, 367 in the Birch area at Sherwood Center Parcs. If you want to stay in this exact one, it was very nice. And back to me now. Yesterday, we are back at our villa now. The boys are in bed, and that includes Lawrence. And to be honest, I think that I might have a little nap on the sofa now. as I said before, it's actually really nice, and it's become one of my favourite parts of the holiday, just this chill time in the middle of the day. Coming to Center Parcs with young children is most definitely different than coming on your own or with other adults, but I will talk about that all in my tips video. It's great, just utterly exhausting but lovely at the same time. It is the 1st of October today, and as we film this, we're still very much in the midst of lockdowns, and I just wanted to talk to you about the way that things are working at the moment at Center Parcs. If you've got a trip coming up soon, it's all really safe. Obviously you're staying in your own lodge, so you're away from everybody else. We're just here as a family, of course, but I have seen quite a few people here that I presume are in extended families with grandparents and things. Now that there is this rule of 6, you're only allowed to be around 6 other people at once, and they do have people walking around Center Parcs with orange jackets on that are kind of like the social distancing police, not in a bad way, but making sure that everybody follows the rules and keeps safe. So it's the same when you go out for dinner as well. You can't book in a table of more than 6, I presume, unless you are a family unit, so you have more than 4 children, for example, and then I'm guessing that they make an exception for that, but you will have to explain that on arrival. We didn't have any questions when we arrived. We didn't have our temperatures taken or anything, but they did make sure that we were in a group of less than 6. When you're walking around the village, it's quite easy to keep distanced from other people, and there are lots of points where you can step over and stop to let other people past you. Everybody seems to be pretty well aware of everybody else. And of course you do have to wear masks now when you go into any indoor space. So they even ask for you to wear masks if you're going to eat at a restaurant. When you arrive at the restaurant, before you get seated at your table, you have to wear a mask. If you get up to go to the toilet, you have to wear a mask. So it's a really good idea just to have them with you at all times. It's the same when you go swimming. Until you get into the pool, you have to wear a mask. All the activities are running as normal, with the exceptions of a few where you obviously can't be in close contact with one another. But we've done bowling, we had a rowing boat. Finley did his little off-road explorers this morning. We have been swimming, we've been out for numerous meals, and none of those have been impeded at all by having to be social distanced. And actually it's just felt really nice to be able to get away from home, and although obviously people are taking extra precautions, it doesn't feel like it takes away anything from the holiday. All napped and rested, and we're on our way to swimming. As I said before, we can't take you in because I can't take my camera poolside, but I will show you what it's like when you arrive at the swimming pool, just so that you're aware of the procedures and protocols, and if you've never been before, you can see what it's like. Are you excited, Rupert? He's spending his life in the carrier this holiday. I'm really glad we brought it. And Finley, are you excited?
Yes.
Yes. This is the road that leads to our little lodge. Very nice. We went on a little adventure this morning. We went for a walk to find the lodge that we stayed in when we were here last time, which was actually by baby Moon, and I was 29 weeks pregnant with Finley, and the time before that I was here on a hen do. But you're not actually supposed to come on hen do's to Center Parcs, but shh, we won't tell anyone. So the lodge that we stayed in last time was just a little 1-bedroom one, so very different than now, but it was nice to go on a little adventure and find it. We were in Oak last time, which is the area just next to this one, basically the same really, both really close to the centre both times. We actually chose to be close to the centre last time. This time we were just allocated being close to the centre, but to be honest, I'm really glad that we are, and it's one of the tips that I would definitely give if you're coming with young children, because it is quite a lot of walking, especially like if you're doing what we do and go back during the middle of the day for a nap. Right, we are nearly here at swimming. This is the bike park area, so if you're hiring a bike from here, you can get bikes like this with the little trailer on the back, and then you can also get bikes like this with the seat on the back, but I think these are only for over 1 year old. They've put all the Christmas lights up on the trees now, which is really nice. I think maybe because we've just headed into October, and so it's really pretty at night time. Finley absolutely loves it and keeps on saying that it's Christmas. So this is the queue where you have to wait to sign in for swimming. They recommend that you get here 15 minutes before your session starts, but actually we're a little bit late. I don't think it's going to matter. And then there's always a buggy park close to where you're going. Obviously we're at Sherwood, there's one here and there's one just behind us here. They're undercover, so if it starts raining it doesn't matter. And you can use those buggy parks if you're going over there to the supermarket or to any of the other shops or restaurants as well. You can actually also take your pushchair inside the restaurants as well if that's easier for you. They have got a swimming shop here in case you forget anything. That would be bad luck. And in we go. So you've got to wear a mask, and these signs are everywhere just to make it easy for you. Oh, there's a queue today. Oh no, temperature won't be scary. Are you nervous about getting your temperature taken again? But do you remember she didn't even touch you last time, did she?
Got a special one.
Special one that doesn't even need to touch you. It just goes near your head and it goes beep.
Start sanitising for me, guys. That'd be lovely. Thank you.
His hands.
It's working.
Mommy!
You going to do your hands? Yeah. It's okay.
2 seconds. Perfect.
Follow mummy then. We need to look for A25. It's so nice and clean here. These are not open, the vanity areas. So you have to have a shower and dry hair and things back at your villa, but that's not too bad, I don't think. So everybody comes in here. Oh, it's so warm in here with a mask on.
No filming me in the nude.
No, I don't think anybody wants to see that.
No, definitely not.
And then you go straight out this door. So you come in this side, it's quite clever really. Come in this side and then you walk straight through this door, and then your pool side and the lockers and things are at the other side. I'll show you those in a second. Just so that you're aware as well, they do have baby changing tables in here and nappy bins, which is always handy. One of my other top tips for when you finish swimming, well, other than coming already dressed in your swimming costumes, like the boys are half dressed in their swimming costumes and we've got ours on, is just to bring a snack for afterwards as well, and then you can sit them on a bench with a snack while you get yourself ready after they've got dressed, and it just makes the whole thing a lot less stressful. So you open this door and then on the other side are all the lockers. So you just lock the lockers with your wristband, which is the thing that you use to open your lodge door as well, and you also have to wear these wristbands that tell you which session you're in, so then you know when you have to leave the pool. You get 2 hours in here. So it's time to put you away in a locker now, and we will see you when we get out. We are back from swimming now. It was really nice, feeling a little bit bedraggled. We didn't spend that long in there, to be honest. You get 2 hours, but I think about an hour is enough with little ones. If you've got a baby younger than Rupert, he's 9 months old, I'd say probably half an hour is enough, but unfortunately you can only book 2 swimming slots while you're here at the moment, so I guess it's worth making the most of it. We are just getting ready to give the boys tea. We're just doing a really easy tea of soup, and we got Finley a cupcake from the supermarket, and then Lawrence and I are excited because we are having a takeaway for tea tonight. We're getting a Bella Italia takeaway with a bottle of wine and some tasty treats for afterwards, and we'll watch a film, and it's just going to be really nice. While we were in swimming, I actually saw one of you and you said hello to me, so thank you so much. I actually forgot. I was so taken by surprise in the middle of the swimming pool to ask for your name or your baby's name, and you said that you enjoyed doing all the free baby classes that we do every week. So thank you if you're watching. Thank you so much for coming to say hello to me. That's only the second time that has ever happened, and it just makes me feel really special. If you ever see me out and about, please do come and say hello, because I would really, really love to meet you. Hey, are you just chilling out down there? You come to mummy. We've got bath time done now, haven't we? Are you coming after my camera? This is Rupert's room. So I think I mentioned before that we are in a 3-bedroom lodge, which is really nice. Don't you crawl off the bed, mister. Let me just pick him up. Which is really nice just because it gives us that extra bit of space. So what we've done is pushed these 2 beds together. Rupert has a cot that they've provided and it's just really nice. I can sit there and feed him in the night, although he hasn't actually been waking up, which has been really nice. And then he's got a lovely view, haven't you? There's the path that's leading up to our villa, our lodge there. Sorry about the reflection, just because it's dark or getting dark. And then we've just got all his clothes storage in here. We're keeping most of the things for the boys in here because Finley's room is a little bit smaller, as you probably saw in the room tour. We are going to put this little mite down to bed now, and I've just done a little bit of a clean up in the kitchen. Lawrence has done bath time. We've been swapping each night. One person's been doing the bath time for both boys and one person's been doing a bit of a kitchen cleanup. That's the nice thing about having everything really close together, that it's easy to do so. And then we are going to just have a chill out and relax. So I think that I will leave it here and say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for following along on our Center Parcs journey. And if you want to see everything that we packed for Center Parcs, if you haven't watched that video already and you're planning a trip to Center Parcs or even just a holiday with your baby, then you can click up on the video on the screen now. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone, and we will see you all soon. Bye.
I belong to you.